Guys, so we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is April 13, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Once again, thank you so much for your support. San Diego, California, in big trouble. You have people out there, residents, are sounding the alarm. They're getting sick. They are getting sick. We have Navy SEALs getting sick, and San Diego residents also getting sick and unable to enjoy their own beaches, all because Mexico continues to dump sewage into the US. And now there's some kind of virus that is rising. Now, this is a public alert. It's unacceptable. It's time to hold Mexico accountable. Now, I did post a video today over my third channel, but we have a lot of updates. I want to share to you some of these videos, and these are experts that is really sounding the alarm. If you live out there, leave. They are talking about the norovirus and other outbreaks, and this is getting really bad. This is getting really, really bad. So, if I were you, I'd leave. You don't know what's in that water. It's bitter. It's wormwood. It's poison. Alright, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the PayPal link and a Patreon link in the comments box and description box. Thank you so much for your support. I got Patreon coming up later tonight. Again, for those of you that want to get the access to Patreon, it's $1 a month. It will get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Let me play this video here.
We've got the SEALs that train up in the San Diego Bay that are getting sick with going into the water. The Imperial Beach, the beach itself has been closed for over 1,000 days. Coronado Beach is being closed occasionally. And this needs to be addressed. And I think, finally, hopefully we've got an opportunity to hopefully fix this, but it's got to be a binational deal. We've got the SEALs that train up in the San Diego Bay that are getting sick with going into the water. The Imperial Beach, the beach itself has been closed for over 1,000 days.
He said the beach has been closed for over 1,000 days. This has been going on for many years. It's just getting worse. The problem is, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. So what's Gavin? Here's another video, but let me just read this part. It's way worse than you can imagine. Mexico's sewage coming up the coast to Coronado, California, has caused over 1,100 Navy SEALs. Wow, that's the number. 1,100 Navy SEAL trainings to hospitalize. Ooh, diarrhea, vomiting in the last few years. Gavin, dude, what are you doing here, Gavin? Again, this ain't Gavin, but again, what's Gavin at?
For years now, Navy SEALs have trained in sewage-contaminated water, but exactly how it's impacted the health of members from one of our most elite forces has remained unknown, until now at least.
A report released this month by the Inspector General revealed 76% of its tests came back with bacteria surpassing safety levels. More than 1,100 cases of health issues among Navy SEALs were reported after training in polluted water, including acute gastrointestinal illnesses such as nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting.
It's just a shame that everything else they're doing is being compounded now by the dirty water and all the bacteria and the things that are coming out of the, Tijuana River and up the coast from Mexico.
For years now, Navy SEALs have trained in sewage-contaminated water, but exactly how it's impacted the health of members from one of our most elite forces has remained unknown, until now at least.
A report released this month by the Inspector General revealed 70.
Okay, this is not looking good. This is absolutely not looking good. 1,100 Navy SEALs hospitalized. Are you serious? This is just getting bad. This is what it looks like when Mexico dumps millions of gallons of raw sewage into the U.S. This isn't just pollution, it's a health and environmental warning, plus a national security warning due to proximity of Navy SEAL training. And it's getting worse. Starting Monday, Mexico plans to dump million more gallons into our country. Wow. This seems like it's a attack on a sleeping giant. Wow. This is getting scary. This is getting scary. Ew, look at the water. Man, Cali. Oh, man. Raw sewage from Mexico sickening Navy SEALs, Santiago residents. Navy SEALs are being moved from Coronado to Oceanside for training because too many have gotten, you know what, from Mexico sewage. California, you have elite military forces are being relocated on U.S. soil because another country is polluting the sleeping giant. San Diego officials say Mexico is continuing to release millions of gallons per day of raw sewage into the city's waters despite its promises to end the flow. Now, Mexico just dumped 6 million gallons of sewage into the Tijuana River after promising they wouldn't, says San Diego County Supervisor Jim. So we are at the mercy of a foreign gov that continues to pollute the sleeping giant water while we get stuck with the consequences. Desmond also said the Navy SEAL training is often being shifted farther north in San Diego from Coronado, where the training typically takes place due to the high volume of waterborne pestilence caused by fecal and bacteria contamination. This is very sad. Now, from what I heard, Donald is gonna send someone out there and see what they could talk about something and to stop all this. We have sleeping giant Navy SEALs basically under you know what. So San Diego officials say Mexico is continuing to release millions of gallons per day of raw sewage into the city's waters despite its promises to end the flow. Now, Mexico just dumped 6 million gallons. And there's going to be a lot more, guys. A lot more. Please share the video. Please pray for the people out there. Alright, so I'm just going to skip that top part. We already read that on X. Navy SEALs are now being transported from Coronado to Oceanside for training because too many have gotten ill from Mexico sewage. On Thursday, EPA Administrator Lee said he will visit the area and that Mexico had promised to activate a facility that will help reduce leakage from issues with the U.S.-funded sewage treatment plant in Mexico. Mexico is stating that their pump station Sila will be activated to fully capture leakage headed to the sleeping giant tomorrow. Mexico has further communicated that they are working to complete the international collector repair by this weekend. The South Bay International Wastewater Treatment Plant treats 25 million gallons per day of wastewater, but faces 30 million gallons per day of inflows, with the excess entering San Diego waters. Man, like I say, guys, this here is what you call a state of emergency. This is a state of emergency. It is an emergency. You have, again, Navy SEALs. I mean, you got residents, and this is a red alert, a red flag, or code red, or something, SOS. I mean, this is a great concern. Great concern. The thing that really bothers me is, where's Gavin? It's like those people never care about sleeping giant citizens. The left, they never care about sleeping giant citizens. Again, it's been going on for a while, but now it's getting a lot worse. Where is Gavin? I'm trying to figure out why people still go for blue. I'm so lost on that one. I am. I'm really lost. I'm trying to figure out why people still go for blue. It's crazy. It's crazy. The South Bay International Wastewater Treatment Plant treats 25 million gallons per day of wastewater, but faces 30 million gallons per day of inflows, with the excess entering San Diego waters. Now, Mexico contributed 16.8 million towards the project initial construction cost and pays $2 million towards annual operation and maintenance cost, while U.S. paid $239.4 million towards initial construction cost. Congress approved $300 million in funding to expand and repair the project in 2021, and an additional $250 million in 2024. Still well short of the $900 million required to repair and expand the facility. Research from UC San Diego found that 34,000 people swimming at San Diego Imperial Beach next to the border, well, they got, SICK each year from the norovirus, one of many pestilence that can be contracted from exposure to contaminated water. A report from the Office of the Inspector General at the Department of Defense found that Mexican sewage contamination exceeded state safety levels in over 75% of tested samples. So, again, you could catch some very ugly pestilence. Very concerning. The report said 39% of recent Navy Special Forces cases of acute gastrointestinal pestilence were tied to exposure to waters contaminated beyond state safety standards, with 75% of Naval Special Warfare water training session deemed too difficult to cancel or relocate. The OIG recommended that training be relocated, rescheduled, or canceled when bacteria levels exceed state health standards. Wow. Again, this is where we at. Give me a second here, guys. Here's another article. I want to bring this one up too. So once again, Mexico is still continuing to release millions of gallons per day of this toxic, disgusting water into the city's water, despite its promises to end the flow that has sickened Navy SEALs and San Diego resident. Wow. So people's like, we are at the mercy of a foreign gov that continues to pollute our water, while we get stuck with the consequences. Donald, you have to do something about this, man. Again, this goes to tell you they don't have respect for us. They don't respect us. They really hate us. They despise us. They don't respect us. They dump all this stuff and just throw it in our face. They don't care if the sleeping giant gets sick and this and that. They don't respect us. They bring in their stuff, and hundreds of thousands sleeping giant citizens pass away because of the drugs that's being poured in. They don't respect us. They never have. Again, the border is, Donald has to seal it. It just goes to tell you that we're not respected. We're not. We're not respected. Again, they can actually fix it. They could fix it right now. They could do it. Alright, so once again, you have Desmond also said that the Navy SEAL training is often being shifted. Alright, so we already know that. Give me a second here. Too many have gotten sick. There's no state of emergency declared. None of that. 30 million gallons per day of inflows. Man. Congress approved $300 million in funding to expand and repair the project in 2021 and an additional $250 million in 2024, still well short of the $900 million required to repair and expand the facility. Well, it's time for Californians to come together and try figure something out. You got all them celebrities, they could chip in. Research from the UC Santiago found that 34,000 swimming at the San Diego Imperial Beach next to the border gets each year from the norovirus, one of many pestilence that can be contracted from exposure to the contaminated water. So they need money to fix it. They need money. Easy. Call Zelensky. Hey, Zelensky, you owe us $200 billion. Give us some money. No, because it wasn't credit. It wasn't a loan. Joe said, I don't have to pay you back. What a mess. Guys, this world is completely messed up. It just messed up. Just upside down. We lost control. We don't know what we're doing. And again, the Bible's accurate. In the end time, many people, was good as bad, was bad as good. 4 plus 4 is 80, or, 1 plus 1 is 2,000. And again, nobody, the minds are malfunction. Reprobate mind, a debates mind. Man, this is where we at. It's very concerning. This is not good. Please send prayers to many people out there. We are praying for the Navy SEALs. Thank you so much for your service. We also praying for the San Diego residents out there. Be strong. But if I were you, I kind of leave that area, because again, pestilence is the real deal in scriptures in the Bible. Many people used to prepare for pestilence or go to a safer area. Pestilence is no joke. And that water, yeah, that's bitter. It's wormwood. Thank you so much for watching. Again, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.